Desfragando audio. Unos 3, 1, 3, probando audio. Voy a darle. Ante todo, me disculpo por la demora. Iba a ser más temprano. Ahora. En realidad van a ser las 11. Sería 2, pero. Son cosas. Ya se ve la cantidad. La cantidad de me gustas que había. Ah, sí. F7 de marzo. F7 de marzo. Ayer fue 7 de marzo. Y ya estando aún congelado. Tumbada. Durmiendo. Muy inconsciente. A saber si está durmiendo. Está despierta. No. Pero bueno. Toca hacer lo que me hubiera querido hacer. Pero seguramente hubiera habido una cinemática. Así que no lo hice. Era ir a mí.
Need something? If not, then I'll be leaving.
Ok, aparentemente Anforis es como 4 horas y algo. Siento que llevo como 6. Es menos corta que la anterior, pero como he empezado tarde este directo, sí me llevaré a hacer 3. Parece que está ahí Dangen, así que toca ponerlo en japonés. Tiempo
そちらの状況はファイノンから聞いている。本当に大変だったな。
Nada, tampoco tanto. Es nada, todo sea por servir a los tasacominos. Le habías mucho, te extrañé tanto, mi querido amigo. La broma. Pasaba mucho tiempo, Dangen, estaría bonito tener tu voz.
どうやら相当なショックを受けたようだな。
Es broma. Hiciste en estaba, eso sí,
主に日誌の整理だな。
tu registro.
あと、ヒアンシーから受定の研究資料を借りておいた。
Ah, investigación.
それで面白いことが分かったんだが、
Si lo fue, señor Frentano.
覚えているか？オンパロスの空はタイタンによって封鎖されている。エーグル。それがこの世界と天外を隔てているんだ。
La presencia de aquí lo mantiene ese mundo aislado por el resto del mundo más allá del cielo. Entonces, una vez que derrotemos a Aquila, o le derrotemos su autoridad, al ponerle en la yesca, podremos poder ir y venir de Anforius hacia el expreso.
ヒアンシーの先祖はエーグルを信仰する天空の司祭だったらしい。もしかしたら彼女なら請求列車に戻るための手がかりを持っているかもしれない。
Así.
この数日生徒では突発的な事件もなく、人と関わる必要もなかった。たまには一人で過ごすのも悪くないな。
Chavales, tiempo solas de Ángel. Pero verás, tu buena vida esa oportunidad. Terrible, debí quedarme a organizar momentos como... No, esta. Tu buena vida de descanso y de chill va a terminar.
受定で事件があったことを考えると、これからもしばらくは動乱が続くだろ
Exacto.
う。だが先のことを心配しても仕方がない。ひどく疲れた顔をしている。今日はゆっくり寝た方がいい。そうだ。風の噂で聞いたんだが、もし今から外出するつもりなら、
Voy a hacer un
高温ピュエロスには行かない方がいい。
evitar los baños calientes. ¿Pero por qué los baños calientes? Tribbie. Hace algún tipo de parece mármol.
トリアン、
どうしました？もしかして呪帝で何かあったのですか？
Abrió la puerta.
一瞬だったけどすごく強く感じたの。みんなに大変なことがあったみたい。
Sí, tuvo
そ
problemática.
れでトリアンがまた100回門を使っちゃった。
Me parece que tú ves.
もう少し詳しくわかりますか？
ダメ、いつもと同じでぼんやりしてる。
Borroso.
でも敵の気配は消えたから安全な場所に移ったんだと思う。
何事もないといいのですが、今は彼とキャストリスを信じましょう。
Ajá, Castorice.
彼らならきっとトリアンを守ってくれます。
Bueno, fue lo contrario.
Naya
Ya no salió, pero
なんか私たちを子供扱いしてない？
pudo ser
い
pequeñita.
つかトリアンが限界を迎えたらトリビーが無職人の役目を引き継ぐ。大丈夫、とっくに覚悟はできてるから。
Ah, la madre ya está preparada. Quieren llegar a su límite y unir el papel de guardiana.
いつかトリアンが限界を迎えたらトリビーが無職人の役目を引き継ぐ。
Un día. Pero por cómo va el tráiler.
ただ私はトリアンの精神が心配なの。
Está mental.
出発前の時点で短いフレーズもうまく言えなくなってたから。
Ya no podía ni decir frases cortas.
せめてお別れくらいはちゃんと言いたいもん。
Ah, la madre.
そうなるよう私も願っています。
ありがとう。さーて、お風呂に入って気分転換しよう。今度はナイアちゃんが私たちに付き合ってね。
Las aguas hermanas.
なんだか私たちもうずいぶん長いことちゃんと笑えてない気がする。
Ah. That's
西風に乗って出発。
Tribbie, grita y pasaje personaje añadido. Empezando tarde, pero ahí estamos. A ver, técnicamente Tribbie. Pero claro, como no hay ninguna armonía, pues o sea, no hay ninguno de Anforios aparte, o sea, yo la guía, pero la guía no la tengo. Ni mucho diálogo que tenga ahorita Tribbie.
すごい熱気だね。ここってこんなに暑かったっけ？
Las aguas hermanas. Así, parece haber sido el rumor de que dijo Genshin que no se puede acercar a las aguas termales calientes. El habitante de Cueres. Pero que pudo haber sido.
Is someone injured over there?
Ah, María.
What happened here?
Watch out!
Cuidado con qué.
Watch out! Further on!
Criminal. This is they're doing?
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help the injured people first.
Exacto.
Excuse me, coming through.
Barbarita.
Oh, you two are here as well. That's a relief. Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved. What in the world happened here? I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these people lying on the ground. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like they've just spent too much time in the hot water.
Mucha agua caliente.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the baths?
He disappeared,
Desapareció.
and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the criminals are behind this. Lady Glaya, what do you think about this?
En serio, es curioso que, o sea, Tribbie más o menos, pero
Let
Aglaya
these
es la
people
única que
rest.
sí tiene
The two of you, please come with
ropa
me.
de tipo de Grecia, tipo de Roma.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While there are intentions in me, it's time to bring this farce to a close.
What's going on?
Este tipo se está riendo.
This is really bad.
I heard it's criminal.
El agua fría.
Oh, this many people? Who in the world did this?
Yo pronto vi como que... Tribbie se por estas felicidades.
This is all you can do, huh? Pitiable deliverer.
Ok, ya entendí. Fenon y Day están haciendo un concurso.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
The culprit.
Soy yo.
The culprit is my nose.
Wow.
What did you do to everybody?
It's just another duel where I claim victory.
Duel?
Ajá.
As I expected.
Sí, ves.
On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the holy city, but they're still impulsive youths at heart.
Exacto. Son personajes sin construir ambos. Pero aún así hay que darle comedia a la serie. Más poderosa.
On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the holy city, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Fine indulged in this time.
Hace poco tiempo que pudo haber perdido Fine para que termine así. Punto. ¿Cómo va tu recuperación, amigo? Como si dijera eso para mí. Ganar y perder fueron par de jóvenes FT. ¿Por qué no tomas aún más? Supongo que esto.
No, none of those sound right.
Así que estas son las preocupaciones de Midi. Mantén la frente en alto, aún tienes un largo camino que recorrer. ¿Quieres sumar algo, amigo? Claro. Si no te importa, podemos hablar un rato.
Forget it.
Veo que sí es con vida Salvador.
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally deigning to step outside? What kind of response is that?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response.
Es cierto.
I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
Nada.
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In twilight's last gleam, Makama stands bold. From walls sturdy, tales untold.
El último es el crepúsculo.
Dreaming of fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Fates and olives so grand. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire, a burning brand.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature.
Esta es una lectura simple, ¿no?
But my library doesn't lack collections of this kind.
La gran biblioteca Garbaniforo.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home, just as Akama's distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikus.
Haikus. Qué vergüenza.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I was in a tight spot, but it seems to me that you aren't prepared for the trial either.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their issues.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
Heredero ignora la tradición entre milenios.
I'm still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my place to offer you counsel. An idea does strike me, though.
Ahí está.
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas you come up with this time.
Maybe we both need to relieve stress. Come, Mightimos, let's recommence our previous competition. This time, we'll see who can stay in super hot bath for longer.
Super hot bath, el baño super caliente.
What? Are you chickening out?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find this situation absurd. That's all. All-knowing historian, are you not aware that we Kremnoans use boiling water from sword forging for our baths?
Agua hirviendo la forja de espadas. A la madre.
Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
Etiqueta.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle commences!
Batalla de baños. El espíritu del baño.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle commences! With unparalleled resolve, the two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwined with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens, shrouding the sky in the sun. The spectacle was so magnificent that none dare gaze upon it directly.
El agua sangrienta que quema a todos.
We can't see what's happening in the competition. Why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time?
F está re... Haces un evento súper entretenido, no lo llegas a animar.
Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central figure, the main character?
Una historia.
The soul long before the dawn of Erechrysia, the two beasts started their timeless battle on the plains of Tritos. The lion regarded the oryx as its food, while the oryx perceived the lion as a scornful, oppressive, and challenging barrier that it swore to topple with its antlers.
Y LOL.
For tens of thousands of years, without respite, the two creatures thus continued their relentless pursuit and rivalry. It fixated on its rival's fleeing form in the chase. It set its sights on the other's neck, nearly within reach. It was stuck. It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphorius, some lives meet their end at dusk, some at dawn, and yet others are fated to perish under the blistering sun at noon. And at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them. The formidable hand of fate heeded their call and arrived.
En serio, en ese punto parece como que están troleando, haciéndolo la pantalla negra y texto.
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
Claro, encargado de la terma.
My lords, would...
Está bañado incluso con ropa.
What? You're chilling out already?
Get lost.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...
Do whatever you want.
Lo que quieras.
Oh, please forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
Ese fue.
What a spectacle of folly.
Y al final, mide y ganó.
This is what you get daring to challenge the unknown, understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside you.
Aguas termales, con agua caliente. Wow.
You will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
Nuestra imponente presencia.
This isn't fair.
Me está escribiendo un mensaje. Lástima que no han animado. Ahí estaría como cuando estaba escribiendo un mensaje.
You're wearing way less than I.
Exacto, hace falta más skins.
This isn't fair.
Por fin están poniendo el punto clave, no tienen ropa. Hola Pete, muchas gracias. Hola, soy el único ciego que ve tu directo antes en Genshin. Me dejo mal decir de no, sorry Pete, es que estoy ahorita mirando en pantalla, así que... pero... gracias. O sea, irónicamente estaba algo entretenido con él. Esto y también no se actualizaba el texto. Al menos en el... ¿cómo se dice? En el YouTube Studio. Supongo que en el texto de aquí sí.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
Meterse los baños armados a diente. Exacto, porque...
Don't look at me like that. It was you who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the Kremnoan language.
Very well. Let us bring this fast to a close, shall we? Warriors, it's time to get moving.
Después recuerdo ese feino mide y disfrutan los niñeces bañados fuera del lugar. Esta vez Feino se lleva una ajustada victoria por una ventaja de 27 a 25 en número de viajes como escolta. A la madre, ¿cuántas víctimas sufrieron?
Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
Los desafíos van a ser arduos y difíciles.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air. No, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Memorial Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacin, would you care to join us?
Barbarita.
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Tribbie.
How about
go to the biggest bath.
Ah, recuerdos envueltos en la niebla. Parece perdón se me abrió misteriosamente, pero si no es excesiva, aquí ni se trae de todo.
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, how is the feeling of having an entire bath to yourselves?
No sé, quién sabe, las pantallas... O sea,
It's so good.
ok, entonces Joveverso cuando, o sea, quiere, puedas, pero si no lo quiere...
But Lady Tribbie,
Pero bueno, al
aren't
menos
you
ya
going
hay
to sit in the
cinemática
back
y
with
la
us?
pantalla en negro, con dice.
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Y son niñitas.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanas.
Las bendiciones de Diana.
Oh,
Oh,
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
oh. But Lady Tribbie, I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Daddy.
Joveverso robando lo que pudo haber sido. Pero ya fue.
Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis' divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Ah, el precio que nos pagar la división de nuestra alma. ¿En cuántas?
Each opening of the sensory gate intensifies the strain on Tribbie and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
Cada vez que se abre la puerta del siglo, la división de Tribbie y las demás se intensifica. O sea, cada vez que se abre, Tribbie se divide. ¿Y por qué solo hay 3?
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
Pero habría sido automático que de adulta como a la que se convierte en infante. Habría sido una progresión poco a poco. En algún punto Tribbie se haya visto como en la misma edad de Hyacinth. Tantas preguntas, pero nada.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nikador,
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
maybe we could find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Taurus is the soul.
La escuela de la
We
sombra.
explore its depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls. As long as research continues, there might be a breakthrough that can help. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Ah, qué lindo. Oh no.
Lady Tribbie, what's wrong?
Something's off. Is that strong feeling again? Is it Trian? Wait, no. It's not Trian this time.
No es triante.
It's Trian. Trian is a danger.
Pero ¿dónde está Trino entonces? Ahora supongo que deberíamos ver qué ha pasado con Trino. Pero no.
I win this round of escorting the babies home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
No comencé a pelear con un solo contendor.
Offering a compliment or two would be the end of you, you know.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Sinvergüenza.
Haikas.
No sinvergüenza.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either.
No es un experto.
Listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
Escuchar y leer. ¿Sí? Esto me pasa con el japonés. Puedo escuchar normal, leer no.
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
You can write?
Ah, la madre que hizo.
That was in jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering far from home.
Worry about yourself first, deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Eso también.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Idizalizii is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Idizalizii is the only times I get to see it are in my dreams and in
La prueba.
And
the trial from the Lance of Fury. And in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
Pucha madre.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Idizalizii ablaze with everyone, my family, friends, and my kin, lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun
Medio sol de color.
hung in the sky, just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer
¿Quién?
killed Cyrene.
Ah, sí.
But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura.
Una capa negra.
I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time, I still couldn't defeat it.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Marimos.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as...
Casa de...
my old comrade.
Ah, ok, sí, entendí. Está el audio del escritorio. Hola, ojalá, muchas gracias por aquí. Doble audio. Bueno, sí, es que estaba la de separar los audios y también el audio del escritorio. Pero ahora ya debería estar.
Hephaestion. Perdiccas. Ionius.
Leonidas, no.
Ptolemy. And Possesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these five have been by my side. My old comrades.
Falta más imágenes, pero
We
bueno.
faced life and death together
Las pantallas
during
no-
our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out.
Hidromiel. 10 años.
The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Festian would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink.
6, 4, 5. Literatura, música, vino, guerrero y defensa.
Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Leonius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5. And their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma.
Antes de que Kremnos se uniera como...
Perdiccas was the first to go.
Primero caer.
He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon
Ladón.
in the 2nd month of cultivation.
Segundo mes y aquí pone cuarto mes.
In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Midamos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Una muerte noble enemigo.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months.
3 meses.
On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their assault.
Idonia. Is that the city Castorice used to live in?
La tormenta de nieve de Idonia duró 3 meses.
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death,
Ante la muerte
but they lacked respect for honor. They cornered us in a bottomless swamp.
pantano sin fondo.
Leonius covered for our retreat. They cut his legs off.
Hundí el fango y nunca rompieron su cuerpo.
He vanished into the mire of a foreign land, his body never to be recovered.
This is perfect. Mighty Most, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Nether Realm.
20 dusks later,
20 días
we
después.
finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city.
La súplica de paz del curso para vos, padre.
Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Mighty Most, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphorius' entire history.
Peso de la historia de Emporio. Los obeliscos derrumbados por el fuego. Ah, los obeliscos.
Then, it was Possesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aeneonis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire.
Fuego y toda la ciudad. Ah,
His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the flames.
Mighty Most, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend,
no.
Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father.
Su enfermedad regresó de manera repentina antes de su duelo contra su padre. Ah, no.
He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan dying on a sick bed? I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend, spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away.
Oh.
No! None can take you away.
Mightimos, our king, do not shed tears for me. It's not befitting of your status. Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
No le hace historia al... O sea, no le hace a
What a grave trial indeed.
Seguramente alguien habrá hecho un fanart mucho más emotivo de esta parte de la escena de su trasfondo.
Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
Perder a todos y solo quedarte.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Kratoros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
Eso también.
I don't know. But I have never been crowned.
Nunca me coronaron.
Those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
Your predicament is truly complicated.
Ser o no ser rey.
I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more people, such as the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis' people seem to have been through comparable dilemmas.
Catunos.
And that teacher of yours, Kratoros?
Ya lo he hablado con él.
Dee, we've got a big problem. Big problem!
Tribbie.
Lady Tribbie, what's making you so flustered?
Alterado.
Hurry up and go save Trina! She
¿Dónde está Trino?
got abducted by Kratoros!
¿Quién rayos es Crátero? ¿Quién rayos es Crátero? ¿El tipo del
Kratoros! What's going on?
Mightimos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis.
Esta pequeñita, no. No. Está ahí atrás de Tribbie y atrás de Tribbie está Aglaya.
He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Tiene sentido, naturalmente falló.
Is she telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our people home.
El vacío que dejó el conflicto y guiarnos a locas.
Age has blinded you, teacher.
Eso también es cierto. En resultados,
Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Crateros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the flame-chased journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence, Crateros. Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mighty Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other. Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
un nuevo mundo.
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass judgment alone.
Ala. ¿Y eso?
Crateros, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait!
Tribbie.
We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities. Lord Crateros did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern for his people's future. Please, Aglaya, hear us out first.
Trino.
Lord Crateros did not use violence to harm us.
Pero en
We
serio,
can...
un trabajo para la o sea, diferente, el mismo personaje, pero diferente tono de voz, o la, mejor dicho, la cantidad de tonalidad de voz, o sea, que es casi lo mismo, pero estás...
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Crateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust, and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
Fuente del oráculo.
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for his aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis, we will show you everything from that distant memory, Crateros.
Recuerdo distante.
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner. Do as you please, demigod.
Teacher, why did you do this?
Forgive me, young master. But I just cannot wait any longer. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of our hopes in you, but never received an answer.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see the truth.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, mighty Mos. Just as you did back then.
Aquel entonces. ¿Habría se referiría a lo de su padre o?
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Akeman.
O sea, el ambiente de guerra. Me recuerda a cierto escenario. Antiguo rey
Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death from you.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Midemos. I'm here to finish you, father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel.
La muerte teme.
As for you, you already stand at death's door, father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Haikis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown, coronate yourself with an old king's blood, and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. If there's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, then the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me! The son of Borgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
Kratoros. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him.
Bueno,
Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
Algo de relleno, pero ya que...
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
Esa manera de hablar tan...
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have. But before that, take this.
El símbolo del conflicto.
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it. I did.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate we were.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, the Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
La autoridad del conflicto, los herederos, los viejos, Kremnos y hasta los historiadores.
By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Joven rey.
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. The hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions in song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
Pero
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, then decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided?
el ciclo interminable que él habla es venganza, guerras, prosperan y luego decaen. Y por la decadencia buscan venganza, inician guerras, prosperan, luego decaen. Y a veces venganza, inician guerras, decaen, venganza, inician guerras, decaen, venganza, prosperan, decaen. Un ciclo interminable.
I accept that fate and become the totem of strife that lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. Then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
Porque viviría entre comillas eternamente. Al menos su cuerpo es eterno, entonces él vería como su gente cae, se levanta sangre.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Ahora Tribbie.
Mama! Mama! I had a dream last night.
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Tribbios?
Tribbie.
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all, because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
You think so?
What's wrong, Tribbios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very, very tall. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water.
When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it.
No, los animalitos.
Then there was a bang and I woke up.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans, turning them all into monsters.
Oh, the Black Tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food. Can't we chase it away?
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Yanis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the Black Tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Yanis is eaten?
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages, yeah?
Yeah!
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama?
Tribbie chiquita.
Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Tribbios is the smartest girl, I'm sure.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember. Who am I looking for?
Your friends, who will chase the Black Tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from my childhood? I don't remember. Use the spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious. She'll be able to get everyone together.
Tribbie. Gente prudente.
Wow, that's amazing! Can I be the captain?
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, my dear. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits atop a hillside, covered in golden fig trees. There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it. Who could that be?
Let me think. I know! She's Tribbie! I named this doll after myself?
Actualización. Tribbie.
I don't remember it all. Is this a dream? Or something that happened in the past? Am I dreaming? I used to sit here and listen to Mama tell stories. Oh, how I wish to see you again, Mama.
That chest! You can't lock me away!
It's packed full. Mama must have left all of these for me. All the words are blurred out. Could it be that my memory is fading?
F. Pero bueno, tiene sentido.
Huh? Why is this doll inside a chest? It's holding a sword. Why?
Que esta guerrera.
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
Alright. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
In that case, let Trianne fight by their side! This way, they'll always stay on course!
How could I have known the name Trianne back then? Was it just a coincidence, or...?
Lo que brote es cuántos muñequitos tendría ella antes.
Learning can change your destiny!
A blackboard? And what is that drawing?
Los esquemas del cohete.
Doesn't ring a bell at all. Perhaps it's just a childhood doodle.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
Alright! Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best!
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too! Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher!
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher, you might need to tone down that hyper energy of yours.
Then Trinan can do it! She's well behaved and would make a great teacher!
Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory.
Ah, la madre, para que se olvide cuánto ha tenido que sacrificar.
Now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Come, let's line them up.
Está cerrado. Aún falta hacer entonces. Ok, ahora sí, ponerlos en todo.
Now, Tribbios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box?
Tribbie.
What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it? What does it do?
Oh, my lovely Tribbie. You're usually so bright. What's gotten into you today?
Preguntas.
Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on.
Colocar las muñecas.
It's rotating. And I can hear something.
Un texto, una espada y tela.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions,
La
this
granula
one is
acá
my
viendo el
favorite.
pasado de Trispios.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories.
Agradece y gracias por el like.
Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate.
Pero será en pantalla negra.
They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephali, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills unto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
Mi teléfono me suena fallo.
What's going on?
Se puso serio la cosa.
Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts.
Siniestro. Ahora sale.
What is this?
Que se han ido archivos. F.
It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? The spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Subdued.
Solitario se metió. Y se quemó, ¿no? Bloqueo Tribbie.
Mama, what's going on?
Aparecieron más.
Hurry. Run. Trivios, run.
El pasado de Tribbie.
The black tide has arrived.
Oh no, pero espera. Tenía un montón de ellas.
Where can I go?
En la historia de una de las molinas y exacto. Esa escena así parece siniestra. No sé exactamente qué es la niebla negra. Oh, what the fuck, esta está echada. Está mirando atrás. Está estirada. Esta está tranquilita aparentemente. Pero en serio, que se hayan quemado los peluches.
What's this?
O sea, sé que los peluches son una representación de parte de su alma, pero... ¡Ah, su madre! Si hay tantos peluches, los peluches antirados. Corre, ah, mira, corre. Realmente, corre. Un sueño extraordinario, recuerdos lejanos. Ya definimos. Esa ilusión refleja la inquietud más profunda de nuestro corazón. Encuentra diferencias con el peluche. What the fuck, ese peluche está desafiando gravedades. Está volando la nave. Está ascendido. Es el más grande. Solo yo y solo yo. No, había otro más grande.
Why? Are there dolls everywhere?
Ella se dio.
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden.
Así parece.
You won't make it to the end. Only one person can.
Pero una persona puede.
I know! It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up. It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, Tribbies. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you. But remember this, Tribbios.
Y justo la despertaron.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
Todos se despirán de uno, y esa persona será la única que presenciará el milagro. Solo una persona puede sufrir para presenciar la era nova. No sé si se refiere a ellas o se refiere en general a todos los herederos. A su madre.
Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog for Amphorius. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Tribbios.
Fue intenso.
Are we still in a dream?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dreams.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well. If you want, I can pierce through his chest with the golden thread right now.
El tono lo que lo dice es cariñoso, pero lo que está diciendo no parece nada cariñoso.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well. If you want, I can pierce through his chest with the golden thread right now.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now. Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
El momento.
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body.
Aunque nos abstengamos al poder de la puerta del siglo, su alma se aleja de su cuerpo.
There isn't much time left.
F, Trian.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter.
I believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate.
Las almas se morirán.
Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace.
Lo que pudo ser ella no fue.
Now we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Nuestras ramas se marchiten.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
¿Cuántos Tribbies habrán parecido?
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We've already agreed on this, right?
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What? Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Plus, it's nearly the entry hour now. Do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine! Leave it to us. You should rest for now. It won't take long, and we'll call you when it's done.
In that case, thank you.
Then, see you tomorrow, Aggie.
Todavía no había pasado el día siguiente. Y se fue.
Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping away, even the image of Mama. Just as expected, another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully Orynyx will be willing to help us.
Abismo del destino. Ando en Honkai. Anaxa.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Puso de cabeza toda la clase de física espiritual.
Oh, it's you.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Oh, it's you.
Cuando recuerdas.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as always. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched ID's Elysiae to the ground. And killed everyone.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that blade. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any titan.
Entonces, ¿de dónde se origina? Le dio un arma.
Are you suggesting that
No.
it originates from beyond Emphorius?
La tela, le dio la tela. Y si te refieres a otra cosa, no estoy seguro.
It's possible. Much like the black tide, no?
En serio, ¿cuántas versiones van a pasar para que nos digan de qué rayos o qué raíz es la María Azul? Exactamente.
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
His mere presence will endanger the holy city and the flame chase.
You know that I don't believe.
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya or Tribbie. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment,
Se parece un montón la Legión Antimateria.
I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
Más primitiva. Y bueno. Ahí no se quedó a ver un poco de lección de historia. Oh no, Triani está sufriendo. Pero sospechan que es causa de mitos del enigma. Ah, bueno, sí. El león del enigma propagando desinformación.
What's wrong, Trian?
Oh no, Trian está muy malita. Está preocupada y ella también.
Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove. The monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger. Nightmare. I can't forget. Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with the Century Gate, Trian?
No, solo lo envió a quién sabe dónde.
Trian threw it away. Far, far away. It's never coming back. We got back safe from the Grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the Flame Chase journey can continue. Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy.
Está mareadita.
Why are we here again? For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. First, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan or Onyx for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow.
Creo que eso no llegarán a hacer, pero bueno.
Yes! Trian remembers now. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan.
Alafrán.
Saffron? Huh, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. You think we shouldn't go to Orynyx empty-handed? Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see! It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone! But it all depends on whether Orynyx is willing to help us.
Genativo.
This could be a problem. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Orynyx's kin.
La yesca de llanos del linaje de Oronex.
We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other
Que
way.
tiene virtud de engendrar que...
In our current state, we probably can't do anything to them.
Ah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute. In any case, let's look for Saffron first. I hope there's still some left in the temple, untouched by Mikador's soldiers. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
Entre las ideas inmortales. Y puedo agregar mi Tribbie nivel 80 porque la Tribbie que tengo es nivel 1.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No, it's an illusion. Yeah. Wow, this room is huge. Trinan, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from Oryx? What are you two whispering about?
Sí, la saqué en el directo.
Trinan? Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Ni siquiera puedo ir con su telecomunicación.
Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar.
Oh no, le queda poco a Trian.
Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there.
Oh no.
Over here. Follow Trian. Trian, slow down.
Investigador. Derecho, pero déjalo y ahora no sé de nada. Oh, mucho texto. No sé, Andrés entre lo mismo busca objetos que sirvieron en aquella época.
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
It appeared again.
Fotito. Antes de que pase. Para conmemorar que existió.
Right here! I summon thee, Oryx! Stir up ripples of past reverie! Something's appeared! Wait, we should read it first.
Ese texto sirvió grupo. El próximo árbol sagrado. Pensamos elegir otra medida sobre la hija del Mirto Trispios, Alafran. El próximo árbol sagrado, ya que ella recibió educación necesaria desde pequeña, sobre mucho esfuerzo. Y cuando se vendía como hija del Mirto, Ursa de joven no tenía las armas de no cuestionar el poder ofrecer aprender en los hermanos. Dalmatio. Mirto Rosario, el fin de los dioses. Ahora este árbol rojo está a punto de colapsar y hemos perdido su utilidad. La hija de Mirto. ¿Se llamaba Mirto el padre de Tribbie o la madre de Tribbie?
Wait, this is a letter? It mentions something about Saffron and Tribbios? Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter here? And how did Trian can't sense it. Could it be our lost memories? Is it possible that we were already noticed by Oryx and entered their trial? But why haven't they said a word? Oryx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose.
Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Mira,
Separation and death, reconciliation doesn't come easily for us.
Castorice.
Are these visions also fragments of the past?
Castorice.
Yeah.
Suena que en sí Tribbie no sea tan 100% compatible con Castorice, pero... Oye, por el trabajo me da una temporada y me tocó. Ah, sí, no te preocupes. Yo también... Por la hora creo que en un rato terminé. Yo quería intentar ver si terminó antes de... O sea, esta parte de Tribbie, pero... No sé si me dará tiempo.
Tribbie! Trinan! Look what I found! Is this the safari? Coming! We'll take a look.
But Trian, there's nothing in here.
What? It was right in the stolium.
Huh? There's really nothing here.
That can't be! I swear I saw it! I swear! Trian is telling the truth. It was right there. Where did it go? Trinan, Tribbie, why aren't you saying anything? Trian can't seem to hear you at all.
We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, Trian. What you saw was likely, Yana's hair. We must have startled it away.
Okay.
Could Oryx be trying to make us falter? But why would they do that? Something feels off. Tribbie, don't you think this temple is a little too quiet?
Será una trampa.
What do you mean? It might just be an illusion. But Trinan wonders, is Oryx really putting us through a trial?
Intenta...
Still no luck finding any safari.
I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Oryx.
At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
No, decir, a conversión de la 3.0 esto ha sido más rápido y fácil llegar. Así que...
Whoa! Tribbie, Trinan, look at this! So cool!
Los muñequitos.
There are so many of us now! Trian!
Oh no. Pero foto. Riesgo detecta el historia. Está por limpiar. Wow, y desaparecieron, rayos.
It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
Oh no, oscuro. Han llegado demasiado tarde. Ya no existe Oryx. Pero es hora por avanzar en la historia.
There's strength in numbers! Take a look. Upgrade configured. Hey! Hey!
Feeling lucky.
What's going on?
Está como... me da igual. Está sorprendido.
Oryx disappeared?
Desapareció. Y ahora tendría que ver un flashback de qué pasó, pero... Ah, no mucho antes, sino que...
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain core flames. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Circes inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
Eso también es cierto. El vortex de la creación debería ser donde el lugar donde más se dirige.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now.
Roballamas.
If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets.
Nada mejor más espadachín negro.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide, but is also hunting?
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. The first target is me. The second target is Orynyx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third is Akama and the Vortex of Genesis, where the core flames are housed. But I suspect Akama won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
Llevan 6 y 7 con el conflicto. 8. 9. Ahora 7. 7 con el conflicto. 8 este tipo. 9. 10. 11 el tiempo filtraré una yesca más. Que todavía a saber no está. La yesca que falle el titán que el mundo se protege por el control secreto de los ancianos.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
Espera, ¿qué? ¿La muerte y el cielo no serían 3 entonces? What the fuck? ¿Hay tanto?
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila,
han sido restauradas.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
Can you fly?
No, I can't. Why are you asking that?
F.
Can that swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
Eso también. ¿Qué pasa si llega a tener la habilidad de volar?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets, we need to move fast.
Como él está aquí, no va a atacar Okama, por lo tanto va a atacar.
With the distances between Akama, the grove, and these potential targets, I believe we should bolster our defenses and...
Malas noticias, Fabio. No, malas noticias, de ajeno apareció, está muteado, no. Justo cuando sale, historia interesante. Ese primer enemigo pregunta fue, ¿o no? En el abismo del destino. El abismo del destino. Y ya. El espadachín enmascarado se parece a
Orynyx! Are you in here? No response at all.
Ya se llevó a Orynyx.
Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Tribbie, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What?
What the fuck fue eso? Un momento se rayó. Entonces mira esto. ¿Será un efecto o es que se bugueó el ambiente? Está muy...
Listen, footsteps.
Paso raro.
Past ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see us. Tribbie, Trinan, come check this out.
Oh no, Trian. Es la negra.
What's this?
¿Cómo que qué es eso?
Trian feels like it's so familiar.
No. Pero olvidó lo que pasó en esa vez. El capucha negra. Tribbie. Ah, bueno, la ciudad Tribbie.
Where am I? Little gray, snowy, and wait, where's Trian? Is she back?
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Oh, Genshin.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trian.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Ah, bueno, F.
Then Lady Trian...
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
Casi no siente nada. Tenemos interés de Genshin y Trian. Tengo un presentación sobre esto.
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into 2 groups. One group will stay in the Abyss and meet up with Aglaya's reinforcements, then search for Trian's whereabouts. The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
Otra vez a enfrentarse, digo.
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide, so we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
Lord Finan! Lady Tribbie and Lady Trinan. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that you won't be the only one who dies in vain.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have no intention of fighting alone. If that Swordmaster really is related to the Black Tide, the Chrysos heirs must not take them lightly. I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with Aglaya. We'll need all the help we can get for this encirclement.
Así yo nos quedamos con los refuerzos universales y ahora más y respondiendo a
stay in the abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other if anything happens.
Pero qué pasa si algo sucede, van a
Thank
atacar a
you,
Tribbie.
everyone. Partner, Tribbie, let's go.
Volvimos a la vista.
We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akuma is currently in grave danger.
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut, as if it could snap at any moment.
La razón y el tiempo es solo una versión, con lo que costó el anterior el conflicto. Bueno, la razón al menos está en Anaxa, pero el tiempo se lo ha llevado el enmascarado.
Finan, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
Que no retrate frente a Anaxa.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes, just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss, so he can make preparations for the battlefield.
La yesca de la razón.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another core flame?
Eso también.
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side.
No, todavía no me puedo comunicar con el expreso astral Finon. O ya han reparado la nave. En serio, literal, ¿ya han reparado la nave o hemos hecho? O el titán del cielo nos ha hecho las paces. Porque si no, creo que sería como otra vez de... Paramos el trencito, nos salimos y luego... ¡Oh, no! Derribado el tren! ¡Ah!
He is the key.
Lo sabía, tenía que... Serio. Tengo un esfero, podemos hacer... La acción básica quise, como así. Tengo un esfero, no podemos hacer para hacerlo pasar por una vieja. Una bomba nuclear que puede explotar.
We need your other companion too.
Ma'am, do you mean...
I see. Finan, that battlefield you mentioned.
El pasado.
Is it Castrum Kremnos?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with his companion during the battle with Nikador, and how they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside.
¿Y para qué vamos a hacer algo en el pasado?
Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Ah, ya.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Akuma. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape.
Consigue el tiempo y no tiene espacio.
It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
Así es, puede hacer cualquier cosa, en serio, no es muy seguro eso. Voy a pedir un deseo.
Oh, come on!
Tuvo poderes mágicos en los bracitos.
Such enthusiasm. I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Tribbie went missing. Kainos and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizens.
Hay que hacer esto rápido.
What are they? That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually.
como siempre, para bien o para mal.
But that's a problem for another day. I've sent
Sí,
Castorice
3.2.
ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time being.
Castorice no lo veremos hasta la 3.2.
Finan, it is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
Si el roballamas es el enemigo de esta 3.1, entonces ¿quién chucha va a ser el de la 3.2?
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akima is currently beset by enemies from within and without.
Ah, ese pelota se lo puede.
The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall respect any decision you make.
Pero final malo. No reservarán derecho a reiterarse en cualquier momento. Diré cualquier plan que incluya uno solo que lo funcione esa mente.
I may not be as masterful as Trian when it comes to the Century Gate, but even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
As for whether we can take back the core flame, that will be up to Anaxa's capabilities.
Based on what I know of him, he can do it. I'll be honest.
No.
We can't. But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wish to do you harm.
Escucha, madre, eso sí es confianza 100% si se vuelve al nivel de su contraparte del Honkai Impact 3. Si llega a ser a lo que es Kevin Lana, de sobra el sello garantizado que todo está bien. Plan que incluya meme.
We are grateful to you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
You mean Mighty? He's dealing with a different problem. Don't worry, that man would never miss out on this fight.
Ah, no. Por dice creación que... Ah, lo de hace un rato.
Farewell, my dear friend.
Ahí está.
You must lead us back home.
You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos.
¿Aceptará a su vecino o creará un nuevo?
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Su próxima batalla entonces sí lo va a aceptar su destino.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Abre caminos.
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes. That is why he, too, faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Ladonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. The Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people. But...
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Geocles both angry and sad. But he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, let me tell you what Geocles did. He took the mountain dwellers' store of gemstones and traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marked the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than foam inside the black tide.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
They were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history. But that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. Why do you think that is? It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes, and then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Alchema soon to fight the great darkness of this world, and to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, that I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot, and the only way to kill me.
Hola, pues sí tiene un talón de Aquiles. Pues, clavar tu espada de mi espalda a través de la 10ª vértebra torácica.
You have my word.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. But if you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. And loudly call out the name of the new god.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own.
Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Bueno, debería. Pero por la hora. Yo ya me estaría retirando. Mañana sí ya estaría terminando.
Need something? If not, then I'll be leaving.
Esto. Ok, ahora sí ya me estoy retirando porque a la 1 es poco tarde, tengo sueño y más que todo hasta ahora solamente me dirían que ya me voy a dormir. Y Continuando la historia parece un buen momento. Espero que para el siguiente directo Spotify ese reloj porque ahorita no he podido, pero bueno, 3, 2, 1, esta vez como no tengo música estaría comiendo rápido. Así que... Dos, uno. Escucho.